and welcome back. Today I haven't got a huge amount of time to do much, so I thought I would go through some of the things that I do to try and keep kind of fit when, you know, during the winter it's not as easy to ride. You know, we don't have an arena, so that obviously makes a big difference for us. And sometimes, you know, it can be, we get a lot of fog up here, so although it might be dry, I might not be able to hack out and stuff like that. Obviously today's really nice, but I just don't have the time, and that's the other thing. When I'm working, I don't often have time to actually go and do stuff, so I've got about half an hour today, so I thought I'd quickly show you something that I use, not as much as I should do, but something that I use to kind of try and keep riding fit all throughout the year, but definitely during the winter. So this is my simulator. It's mechanical, there's no electrics, it's completely rider powered. I've got mirrors up so that I can keep an eye on my position and stuff like that, and obviously I use it to teach on as well, because you can really pinpoint things really finely, and obviously you can make adjustments that you wouldn't be able to do whilst you're riding. You know, you can make adjustments at the trot and at the canter and stuff like that, so unless you were able to run around behind a horse, you wouldn't really be able to do those things. I'm going to go and change the saddle on it, and then I'll come back and just go through a couple of really simple things with it. So, this is a simulator. It's got two modes. It's got the walk and canter mode, and then it's got the trot, and you can canter in the trot mode as well. I can just use it for general fitness sometimes, and that might be the case. And, you know, even just coming on and doing half an hour of walking, you know, it's still a good workout. You could do this and read a book, or be on your phone or anything like that. But obviously if you want to work on something more specific, like position or something like that, then obviously it's really helpful. You can see exactly what's going on when you have someone else on the ground that understands how the machine works and obviously how we should work. You can go through much more as well then. You can't pull on this to make it stop, you can't kick it to make it go, so you have to think more about how you're actually using your body to get these things. So, you know, and then it makes you think about how you're going to influence your horse. I might put my stirrups up actually. They're a little bit long. I wasn't the last one to use the simulator. Yeah, I'm very lucky to have this. You know, obviously it's part of my business, and say it is a teaching tool. But it does mean that if it's miserable and you don't fancy riding, or, you know, even if you just want to, I just want to trot for half an hour, and your own horses aren't fit enough to do that yet, then, you know, this is a good substitution for that. So if I go walking again, and then I'll see if I can pick up the canter. And the nice thing with this is that if you do things wrong, it'll stop or it'll make a real racket. So if I was to push too much in the walk, stuff like that happens. So it kind of gives you like some nice instant feedback as well, of whether you're doing the right and the wrong things. So in the trot, again, it'll tell you if you're doing things wrong, but you could just trot for, you could do sit in trot for a bit. Or if you wanted to go riding and just do, say, half an hour, strengthen your legs, strengthen your core, you know, changes the diagonal, everything you can do riding basically. just show you very quickly what happens if you do things a little bit wrong in the trot. So what some people might do is, rather than rising forward and back, they might, you see a lot in riding schools, they might go straight up through the roof and back down. You see it sometimes where people's saddles are like really compressing at the back and they're banging on the horse's back. This will stop, which is the equivalent of actually what your horse tries to do, but I'll show you. So we'll get a nice trot going first, nice balanced rising trot, and then if I come to upright, also I'm leaning on the reins for a start to keep it going, and it's slowly getting less and less. My legs have gone forward. I'm just about managing to keep it, but if I let go of the reins. So it shows how much, you know, if you are riding like that and you're trying to keep too straight through here and you've got your legs in front of you, that how much out of balance you are and how much you're leaning on the horse. So again, if I try and do that without the reins this time, nice trot first. I lose the up. I actually can't get out of the saddle anymore. And there we go, it's stopped. It won't move. So again, that instant feedback. So it's really good from that point of view as well. I'm going to do 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to have to go. So obviously I'm very lucky to have the simulator and to be able to practice those things, and from a fitness point of view obviously that's very horse orientated and horse based because it is a riding simulator, but obviously I haven't always had that and I don't use it as much as I should. I certainly haven't over the last 18 months. It's only more recently that I've actually been using it. So as I said earlier, like try and go to the gym a few times a week and just do some extra bits and pieces, but I've also started doing some yoga, and I think having now started doing it, I can see how much it actually does help with the riding. Like it's helped my back be a bit more supple. It's obviously helped my flexibility in my legs and stuff like that, as well as your balance and your core, which I probably wasn't really targeting much at the gym, and it's just good for strength, general strengthening. So I'm quite happy that I started doing that now. You know, we expect our horses to do a lot of stuff and then we don't work on things ourselves, or we only work on little things when we ride, and we should really do stuff off the horse as well. So I'm just trying to do more of that as well, so that I can give people exercises and stuff to do as well that will hopefully help. It's good to have a fitness routine to go alongside your riding stuff, and it definitely helps. So yeah, hopefully there'll be another video out that'll be a bit more horsey, a bit more Christmassy in the next couple of days. If the weather gets any better, we're due another storm tomorrow. So the couple of ideas that I've had have been put on hold, which is why I've done this instead. Yeah, hopefully this has helped a little bit and given people some things to think about. If it's given you the inspiration to go and do some off the horse fitness, that's good. Or even go and book in, you know, there are simulators around the UK. There's only a handful of the ones that I've got, but there's plenty of electronic ones that you can go and have a lesson on. So maybe trying something like that along with a kind of rider assessment might be something to do over the holidays, or something for the new year to give you some goals to start with. It's well worth doing, and then you can work your fitness routine around the things that you need to work on the horse, and that can help give you a bit of incentive then. But for now, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.